BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video. Right?
Hey everybody, what's going on? I'm back. I am back for what is normally Black Ass Bravo, but because of the whole Real Housewives of Salt Lake City situation, we're gonna do 2 episodes of Salt Lake City before we get into Real Housewives of Potomac. So if you are here for that, that's just a little warning that you may want to come back if you're looking for that specific video or that review, because that won't be until after this. So I have a doctor's appointment, child, in like an hour and a half. So we need to go ahead and bust down Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I'm happy to see everybody. Hey, everybody, come on into the room. Step into the light, Caroline. Make sure you like the video as you come in. Okay, and let's go ahead and get into Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Listen, it's the only one that there are no black women. It's the only one. But they caught me. They caught me on the first season, then the second season, and this third season they don't have Mary there, and she was the only black woman there, and she was a guffaw to say the least. But now here we are with just a whole bunch of alabaster queens, and and I'm still here. I'm still strong because it was good. It's messy. It's good and messy. So, like y'all like the Beverly Hills girls and the other, y'all like the other Caucasian shows that I can't get into. I was here at the beginning of this one, so I'm gonna roll with it for a minute. It's the intro to Real Housewives of Potomac. Let's go ahead and get into it, girl. All right. So the episode starts off with us just getting a breakdown of the things that have taken place. There's a mystery Instagram account that has been exposing Jen Shah and Lisa, whatever her last name is. Child, I don't remember. I don't care. Justin, Whitney's husband, was fired from his job seemingly because of the salacious things they do on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Lisa also exposed Heather for lying about the text exchange about her father. Y'all, I was hella confused about that situation. I'm gonna just go ahead and tell you the truth. I was really confused. I don't know what we're arguing about. But we did get new taglines. Okay, so just give me a moment. We're gonna pull up those taglines very quickly. I should have had them ready. I'm so very sorry. Okay. But they just released the taglines for season 3. I feel like, how many episodes in are we? And we're just now hearing the taglines. Is it just me? I don't know. I missed it. Maybe I missed it. I don't know. Okay, so let's roll it. Hold up. Let's see. Are they gonna make me commercial? No. Okay.
I'm fighting for my life, not your approval.
I'm fighting for my life, not your approval. That's Jen Shah. Jen Shah, you did it. Like you did it. Like you did what they said you did. Like, what, in the words of 50 Cent, whatever the nigga says you did it. So like, this whole victimization of yourself when you actually financially victimize older elderly people, like, some of the most vulnerable of our society. You took advantage of those people, and now you're on Bravo weekly crying to everyone about how it's all a lie, and this has been so terrible on you and your family. Girl, I say this with all of the energy that I have. Jen, go to hell. Go to hell, Jen.
I am more of a free spirit without the Holy Spirit.
Whitney is more of a free spirit without the Holy Spirit. I feel like we forgot what spirits you meant. Alcohol. You're giving alcoholic teas all through this season. You may be working through things, but you're using alcohol to work through them. Spirits. I don't like Whitney this season. Let's press.
I'll always have your back if you stop stabbing me in mine.
I'll always have your back if you stop stabbing me in mine. Lisa, what the are you talking about? Let's not forget, Meredith didn't do anything to you before you decided to call her the whore of New York City. Do you know how many whores there are in New York City? And you called her the whore of them all. Thank you so much, love. I wanted to make it make sense. Because I feel like it doesn't, Lisa. You know, Lisa, if you would stop being such a sketchy bitch, maybe your friends would be better friends to you. But you really should go to therapy and work on your issues, because you try to make it seem like your relationship with God and your siblings is so amazing. But the truth of the matter is, it feels like some dark shit happened in your household and you don't want to deal with it. And you like putting on a shiny fixture to make sure that everything is fine. But really, we see you, breaking at the cracks, dear. You're breaking at the cracks. Okay? Here. You're breaking at the cracks. My girl, you're crazy as hell. Nothing about you makes us feel like you're stable. You're not a stable friend, girl. You're not a good friend to anybody, Lisa. What are you even talking about? All of your friendships seems to be predicated on whether your friends are going to stay in line and not hurt your feelings. Because as soon as they hurt your feelings, you decide that you're going to be malicious, like what you did to Angie and them, like how you treated Heather from the very beginning, and how you were all up Meredith's ass until Meredith did something you didn't want her to do, i.e. being friends with Mary. I think that's what happened. Meredith was still friends with Mary when Lisa wanted her to not be friends with her anymore. Like, I can't exactly remember because it's all like, bullshit at this point. But yeah, like Lisa, oh my God, Lisa, please go to hell. Please.
When I take a shot, I always hit my mark.
Meredith, I'll take that one. When I take a shot, I always hit my mark. You know what? And under the circumstances, more power to you, bitch. More power to you. I love Meredith. I'm sorry, y'all. Like, I think she is very fair. I think she's smart. I think that she is wreaking havoc this season in the most classy based way possible. And I'm here for it all. I'm here for it all.
I may be a bad Mormon, but I'll always be a good time.
Heather says she may be a bad Mormon, but she'll always be a good time. It brings me back to when Lisa said you were the good time girl and you fought with her about it. What exactly are you now, Heather? It's giving good time girl. It's giving you were mad at Lisa for telling you the truth. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Is that all? That's all. All right. Those are the taglines, girl. Let's move into the episode. So Heather has decided to form a choir. Okay, child. Caucasian choirs. Y'all are something else. Y'all are something else. I'm gonna just tell you right now. I feel like white and black Jesus are different. You know what I'm saying? Because white and black churches are different, and therefore white and black choirs are different. Unless you got that one white girl. And there's a girl, okay, searching for a father and a friend. Okay, y'all remember that? Y'all remember that Kirk Franklin song? I am here. Y'all was surprised when that white girl popped out on y'all. You don't have to worry. I can see your tears. Be there in a hurry when you call. Okay, friends won't be there to pick you up when you fall. Okay, no, they won't. But the Lord said, here's my shoulder. You can lean on me. Okay, that's what the Lord told y'all. Believe him. Okay, because these friends ain't shit. All right, so I'm being facetious, you guys. Okay. Anyway, I mean, if it touched you, girl. But they have a choir director named Corey. Child, when I tell you Corey made me be here for the choir. I was like, oh my God, Heather has a choir. I don't give a shit. And then a bald, gay, muscular Santa Claus like motherfucker walked up. And I was just kind of like, oh, well, he looks like a fun time. I absolutely want to come and see his carols during the Christmas. Is there spike eggnog? Because that's what it feels like. It feels like Heather's choir is full of like the people that want to be free, but still do shit they did in the church. I want to sing the Lord's music and also have butt sex later on that night. Under the mistletoe. Don't look confused. The man was gay. What do we mean? That's what I mean. You know what I'm saying? That's what he wanted. You know what I'm saying? That's the vibe it was giving. Church, butt sex, mistletoe. Okay, those things should be able to happen, all in the same night without people feeling bad about it. Okay, so I'm here for Heather's, choir for the outlaws. Okay. So Sharif takes Jen jumping on trampolines because you know what? Sometimes you have to do something physically fun to get out of the mental and emotional funk that you may be in. Okay, you have to. Okay, they have fun. They have a good time jumping all around. I really want to do that. I feel like they just put one not too far away from my neighborhood, and I'm gonna look. I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna go over there and see what's up. I might have to go through up on there Friday. Let's see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Before I go drink. Okay. Okay. Let's go jump up and down and get drunk after. Okay. That sounds like fun. You can't jump up and down in drunk before because you'll throw up. So I'm sorry, y'all. My mind is where it's gonna be. Roll with me or don't roll with me at all. So yes, Sharif takes Jen jumping on trampolines. They have fun, and then she brings up the bullshit amongst the girls. This account, Shy exposed. Lisa sent it to her. Angie Harrington's husband allegedly started it. So apparently, this is the story. Okay, the story is Angie Harrington, who is Lisa's friend. Lisa shitted on Angie. Okay, y'all remember like last season, Lisa, had Angie around, and all of a sudden, she stopped fucking with Angie. Angie was spreading rumors about her, but Lisa started it. I feel like Lisa was mad at Angie because Angie started hanging with Whitney when she found out that Whitney was her cousin. So because Lisa felt like Angie was going against her, you still gonna be friends with your cousin that you just found out is your cousin, even though you my friend and I told you I don't like her. Mind you, Lisa and Whitney are now thick as thieves this season. So it's crazy as fuck that Lisa, who is still like all of this shit started because you was mad at Angie because she was friends with Whitney. And now you friends with Whitney and Whitney is licking your ass to remain friends with you. Okay? And Angie's husband, who was tired of y'all playing with his wife, he's petty. So he decided to use his technological skills and create a Finsta page called Shy Exposed to go after Lisa and Jen Shy. Now, I don't know why Jen Shy. I don't know. Maybe he thought it would confuse people. But really, you was drunk that night. It didn't confuse anybody. Angie, you were definitely involved. You want to lie to everybody and say it was your husband, and your husband, he's a good husband. He's going to take the L. It was all me. She knew nothing. Child, please. She probably picked the name for the Instagram page. She's just the one that, went and made the email. She ain't have time for that. It's messy. It's petty. It's not something I would ever expect someone that I'm in a marriage with to do. I'm just saying, like, do y'all know, like, how much I would love to create a fake page so I can come and curse some of y'all out personally, from a troll page. Yeah, there are some of y'all that hit me up on Instagram, really Instagram, because, I don't care on YouTube. Y'all can talk to y'all blue in the face. I don't really give a fuck. But see, Instagram feels a little personal. Sometimes when some of y'all trolls make it over there to my Instagram page, I'd be like, you know what? If I was a lesser bitch, I'd create one, okay? And then I curse you out every chance I got. Follow your page. Wait for you to, accept my request. Then sit on you like a hawk. And then wait for the perfect opportunity. Oh, you think it's all good, huh? Boom. Blow to your self-confidence. Bitch, what's wrong with your face? What's wrong with your skin? What's wrong with your teeth? Why your stomach look like that? Why the back of your leg look like that? Is that your nigga? Ugh. Are those your children? Are you feeding them? They look hungry. Maybe I should send a McDonald's care package over to your house. But I won't be that person. I won't be that petty. But apparently Angie's husband is. Bruh, I ain't gonna lie. When he was explaining it, I wasn't even really mad at him. Like, I don't know why, but I was just kind of like, I mean, it is the day of Instagram. How else am I supposed to get my passive aggressive microaggressions out on you motherfuckers? How else? then through pages with no followers and no post. Yo, I try not to go back to the angry, petty version of myself. I left her in my teens. Okay, I really did. My early 20s, I left her. Okay, I'm trying to gain some of it back. Okay. Some of you motherfuckers deserve the evil side of Brittany, the Gemini. Okay. Okay, the Gemini. Aquemini. Let me leave y'all alone. Angie Harrington's husband is petty, and I'm low-key here for it. And I'm gonna just leave it at that. Because everybody won't act like the husband's so fucked up. But I'm just kind of like, girl, you tried to ruin that lady business. Like, remember Lisa had the catering. The catering pulled from Angie's fucking event the day of. She had the catering. She was friends with the catering people and had the catering people pull out this lady event at the last minute. And y'all think I'm supposed to be mad at Angie's husband over Instagram? And to be clear, Jen, I think all that shit he said on that Instagram page, you did that shit, as I said at the beginning of this review. Okay? So yeah, again, Angie Harrington's husband is the MVP for this episode, and that will probably go into the title bar once this video is over. Lisa talks to her son about if he's going to school or not. Y'all, I wish Lisa leave her son alone. He's already told y'all, I'm not going to college. That makes no sense. I already have a business. Why not just make more businesses? You want me to go to school just so I can turn around and do the same shit I'm already doing. The thing about creating self-sufficiency in your kids so it looks good on you is that the shit actually works. Lisa, it worked. Everything that you had your son thinking about how he was going to be able to just start businesses out of nowhere with you know, his parents' money and go on to be a millionaire because of it, like the rest of you people, like, yeah, why are you upset with him because he doesn't want to go to school? When y'all have already taught him everything he needs to know about creating businesses. Like, that's all he needs to know. He gonna forever have access to the money that you make. And you know that. So I don't know why, you know, that's our, you know, mommy and daddy's money. That's not, yes, it is. It is his money. Because you're gonna leave it to him, right? You're gonna leave it to him, right? And he already has businesses from y'all money, right? Shut up. You just want to control him. When at the end of the day, he could have those experiences in school and he could just go and backpack through Europe. You could let your son go, like, experience life the way you would allow him to experience a college experience. You could do that. Since he already got businesses and shit. Like, what the fuck is you talking about? Sitting up there having the same conversation with Jack over and over again. Leave Jack alone. Okay? Anyway, Whitney and Justin are going through it because he got fired. And she had came home already stressed out. Excuse me. So now she got to figure out whether she got to sell her purses. He got fired because of Whitney being a public figure. She thinks it's because they were rolling around in mud and smacking ass on national television last season. Whitney is proud of all of that rolling around in mud and smacking ass. I said, y'all, whatever makes you happy, y'all. Heather is messing up at work. She's been missing deadlines for this book she's trying to write. She keeps backtracking. Then she feels like she's being fake because you are, Heather. Get out the church or get in the church. Pick a side. That's the problem. That's why you can't write this book, because you want to write a book about a person that is no longer in Mormonism, but you still worried about being a part of Mormonism. That's the issue. All of y'all need to be in depth therapy on how to get out of a cult-like religion. Not cult-like. You're in a cult. Bitch, go to therapy so you can get out the cult, because you're in the cult still. You're on the outskirts of the cult, but you're still in the cult, okay? You need to get out the cult first, and then you can write a book about it. But you can't write a book while you're on the outskirts, but still inside of the cult. It don't work like that. People got to go run, give us free before they can tell somebody about some shit. That's why you don't know what to do. That's why you keep going back and forth, back and forth. Figure it the fuck out. Okay, hold up. Oh yeah, then Angie's fundraising thing was for her kid. I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot about that. That's fucked up. That makes it even more fucked up, bitch. This was something for my kid. You fucked up something for my kid. You ain't shit. You can never be my motherfucking friend again. And that's on God. Okay? Where was I? Heather talks about Lisa texting her she hopes her dad was feeling better when he was on his deathbed. Heather says her cousin said they didn't want to be a part of this nastiness, so now she can't use their girl. Listen, you full of shit. You are not about to blame your cousins not wanting to be a part of your book on Lisa and the shit that's going on this show. Because the truth of the matter is, you took Lisa's text personally when I feel like Lisa really was just trying to cover her ass. She was. She was like, I hope your dad's doing better, not inquiring on how he was doing. So it did come off as callous in the moments when he was dying for her to text you that at that moment. I get it. I get it. But at the same time, Lisa didn't necessarily do anything to you, Heather. And you put it out there like she knew your dad was dying and then sent you this text message as if he wasn't. Heather, that's your shit that you need to get together, baby. That's why I said you need to go to therapy, because that was you right there. That wasn't Lisa this time, Heather. That was you. I'm just saying. Lisa was supposed to be in the choir. Now she's dreading Lisa showing up to the auditions. Heather says that she lost her forever. Girl, Heather, you always talking about, you lost somebody forever. Is that something that your daddy used to say all the time? Probably. I also think y'all religion of kicking y'all out, that abandonment shit. That's why, child, Heather, I understand, girl. I so understand the abandonment issues. I'm going to tell you what happened, girl. Let me tell you what happened. So probably most people a part of the Mormon religion have abandonment issues. Because y'all religion tells y'all that if y'all don't act perfectly, which is impossible, that you're going to get kicked out of it. Then, Heather, you did everything you were supposed to do perfectly. Your husband left you and you still got shunned. So no matter what you did, it's not good enough, which is why in all your friendships, you desperate and trying to do everything to be friends with them. And then you get in these moments where you don't give a fuck no more. But then you go back to, begging for the friendship and all of that shit. Heather's, you done lost me forever shit is directly correlated to that religion and that daddy, and what she has not let go of yet, and what she needs to let go of so that she can actually write that book and it can make sense to her. But Heather, don't listen to me, girl. I'm just going through the same fucking thing. Don't listen to me. So Whitney and Lisa are doing yoga. Girl, how you gonna take the devil to do yoga? Did the devil do yoga? Because I feel like Lisa's the devil. I'm sorry, y'all. Lisa don't need, girl, I don't know if yoga can help Lisa. Anyway, so the yoga teacher hugged Whitney a little too tight. I was like, what was that about? Like, Whitney, what's going on? Whitney, the way she hugged Whitney, like with both of her, and Whitney was like, okay, let me go. Like, it was weird. I don't know what was happening there, but it was just weird. So Whitney tells her about Justin being fired. Lisa doesn't want to judge her. Whitney, the girl, surprisingly, you usually do want to judge her. Yoga helps get the devil out. Yeah, but if you are the devil, I'm just playing. But I just feel like Lisa is in the brainwashing is so thick. I don't think it can be permeated. I don't like yoga would be like, if you actually connected in yoga the way you're supposed to, it's hard for you to remain mentally shackled if that's something that you take practice in a meditative way, to me. So if you're doing it and it's just like, oh my God, heart stretches, then it's not going to have the desired effects. And so then the devil still can do yoga. But for me, my recent experiences with yoga, child, the devil shouldn't even be able to sit there at home for that long. But anyway, because Lisa's energy is manic to me. Like I said, Lisa doesn't want to judge Whitney about Justin being fired. Whitney asks what Heather lied about because she's confused. Lisa says it was a lie that she texted her, I hope your father is okay, knowing that he was dying. she posted the obituary to protect herself. So I guess Lisa must have got on social media and posted Heather's father's obituary to show, bitch, I did not know that he was dying at the time that I text you. Whitney says it was below the belt for her to do that, but Lisa feels like she was just defending herself. Lisa says, I was just trying to clear my name. You really got me out here acting like I would text somebody something messed up like that while they dad dying. I needed to clear it up and show, no, she had not expressed that to anybody because he wasn't dead yet. So I'm sorry that I didn't know at the moment that I text you what his situation was. It's like, I understand where Lisa's coming from with this. And I didn't think I would understand when I was like, you know, getting into it because Lisa's annoying to me. But as I was like watching it, I was just finally understanding what Heather was talking about. Like, Heather, so you did lie. You feel like there's this overall point that Lisa is messed up. And it's like, well, yeah, Lisa's messed up. But why do you want to be her friend then? Hello? Like, Lisa, stay fucked up. Like, she's been not a good friend, but you was thirsty to be her friend. Now that she's shown you that she's not a good friend, now you surprised when you knew that the whole time. Here. Sorry. Whitney says, I think it's because Whitney doesn't understand. I don't know how Whitney can feel like it's below the belt because I feel like Whitney does fucked up shit all the time. But you know what? It's crass. It is crass. It's crass for you to post the obituary of somebody's daddy to prove a point. It is. That's fucked up. Okay? You didn't have to do that. You could have just said what it was without taking that extreme. But that also goes back to Lisa's fucked up. Remember it. Write it down. Take a picture. Okay? Lisa said she's gonna show up to the choir auditions to make things right with Heather. I'm like, girl, why do you feel like that's gonna work? Oh my God, don't y'all I guess, girl, do whatever you want to do. Let's move on. Let me see. What are y'all saying? It's 427 of y'all in here. Like this video. This Whitney Lisa combo is weird. The two with the most problems have trauma bonded. Yes. She can't judge Whitney because she needs her. Exactly. You're right. Isn't that something? Heather husband cheats on her and she gets kicked out the church. Child, that should let you know that church ain't shit. That should let you know the church ain't shit. Okay? I'm sorry. But how is it that he's the one that sins and she gets kicked out? You can't convince me that's anything other than ain't shit. Okay? Anyway, moving on from there. Be offended. I don't care. Meredith and Seth go to dinner with Chris and Angie. Meredith is sticking that knife in and twisting it, bitch. Okay, and it's so cute. I love it. Because this dinner with Angie and them was to give Angie and her old man a platform because they didn't really have a platform on this show without one of the other ladies. So Jen and Lisa are able to tell their story of Angie and her husband without us actually hearing from Angie and her husband. Okay, so Meredith and Seth gave them the opportunity because Meredith said, bitch, what you not gonna ever do is play me out on national television and call me the whore of New York and think that I won't slowly but surely throw dirt on your grave every chance I get. Because that's what it feel like. This right here feel like Meredith showed up to Lisa's grave and just took a little small cute shovel and threw a little dirt on it. She's going to circle back around later on today and put a little bit more on it. But right now, just a little quick dirt on it. So Meredith and Seth go to dinner with Chris and Angie. She says she doesn't know her that well. That should let you know. She don't even know Angie that well, but they about to go to dinner. And basically, so they can talk about this situation with Lisa. They both say they never said anything about Lisa exchanging sexual favors for jazz tickets. They said she exchanged favors for her alcohol to be placed on shelves. It was Whitney that took it sexual, to be very clear. And I think Whitney wanted to make it sexual because Whitney has felt as if she's been, cast as the whore. Her and Heather feel as if Lisa has cast them as the whore. So any opportunity to make her look like that, I think Whitney would have taken the opportunity with her snake ass. So Lisa and Meredith, hold Hold on, wait. Angie says, I said for Vita, time together, if it weren't for Lisa and Meredith wanting to give her space. A child, my nose got fucked up. Whatever. Angie says she never said about the, yeah, okay, got it. John told Chris to get the fuck away from him. Okay, yeah. So Chris tried to talk to John, Lisa's husband, and he was like, get the fuck away from me. Had this crazy reaction to the shit. And that made Chris want to be like, I get that you mad and shit, but your wife did some fucked up shit to my family too. And you acting like I fucked over you first. You know what I'm saying? Everything that they were doing, I think, was in response, you know what I'm saying, to the shit that Lisa had already done. He said he's matured since then, though. Meredith says that she has a wait, hold up, y'all. My notes are so messed up. Says she has had things sent to her. Okay, yeah. So basically, they said even before he started the page, Lisa was sending them shit anonymously, which sounds like some shit that Lisa would do. Lisa was doing that shit. What that was, the first or second season, Lisa was sending out text messages on some slick shit to everybody. Mary did it too, but Lisa definitely has done that before, sending out messages, behind like a private number or something like that, but everybody knows that it's her because of the shit that she's saying. So that apparently was happening with Angie and her husband Chris. So Chris then responded with the Instagram page on top of the shit that she did on that show. But he said he's matured since then. And Meredith says she can believe it because Lisa was sending her shit too. And she knows it was Lisa because of the shit that Lisa was saying, like I said. Okay, so they just basically matching notes on how Lisa was behind the scenes doing all of this crazy shit. And when they responded in like, she wants to play victim, which is something that she always does. So Heather goes over to Jen's and she tells her about Chris starting Shy Exposed. It said information about Jen and Lisa. Jen says she handled all of this by herself. Y'all know pity party Jen. She wants y'all to cry for her. I said, bitch, you are not Jodeci and I will not cry for you. Okay? I will not cry for you. Chris, hold on. Jen says she handled all this by herself. Jen confronts Angie and she denied it. Then Chris calls and says he's sorry. Jen asks, why did he name it after her? He said, because it was available. It was so that they can misdirect it. That's why. Heather has her auditions and Jen sees Angie and Whitney dressed alike like two fools and gets pissed. Like there's no dancing, not really, like not in a choir. Why are y'all? And this is not even liturgical dancing. Like y'all are showgirl dancing, at a choir audition. What is going on, Whitney and Angie? It's giving we get together so we can get drunk and do shit like this. I tell you one thing though, as drunk as Angie got at that audition, she stuck that motherfucking choreography. She stuck the choreography. I was dying laughing because I said, oh, she drunk. When she got up, she kind of toppled. I said, oh, she gonna fall when they do that spin. That bitch did a triple spin and stuck it. It was sketch, but she stuck it. I was like, bitch, not you being drunk as a skunk and sticking a triple spin on one leg. God. And they showed us how drunk she was before she performed. That shit was hilarious. Excuse me, y'all. Lisa is that little cousin you would get in trouble with because she would throw a rock and hide her hand. Then your people say, well, you the oldest, so do better. Child, I didn't even get the you older excuse. Don't remind me of getting whipped because somebody else broke a window and I didn't even know about it. And I got whipped in front of everybody, child. I had no idea what was going on. No idea. Just getting beat for no reason. Anyway, girl. Lisa has some new Asian homegirls down to the. She said, oh, y'all got the last Asian homegirl off. I got more where that came from. Here come Angie number 2. Bow. I said, who the fuck is that? Like they just brought her on like I knew who she was. I was just like, who is this? Like somebody put a subtitle. Like, give me a super. Give me a super. Who is this? This is Angie H or Angie S. I can't remember which one is Angie. It's Angie S. Okay, because Angie Harrington is the okay. So Angie S came because she's there to defend Lisa because that's what Lisa does. Lisa gets all her homegirls to come and fight on her behalf. And if you don't fight on her behalf, she sees it as disloyalty and disrespect. And then she's going to use her other friends to hurt you. which is what she did to Angie. So everybody knows, fall in line with Lisa before she tries to ruin your business. Lisa has her, homegirl defending her. Angie and Whitney now feel embarrassed to Whitney feel embarrassed to be there with Angie because she's just now finding out that Angie's husband is the one that started that blog. Jen comes over and tells Angie she's full of shit and she started it. Yelling and shit. And Lisa's friend, Jen tells Lisa, shut up, because it happened to me. And I was just like, wait a minute, she was defending you. What is happening? Yo, Jen is a psycho. Always the victim. Always feel bad for me. Like the other girl couldn't even defend Lisa because Jen had to come over and make it about her. Oh my God, I'm innocent. You're not innocent. You're not innocent. And we know you're not innocent. Bite me. Heather has to come outside to calm it down because they're making too much noise during her auditions. Angie still isn't admitting to shit. Heather is over it because this isn't about an Instagram page. This is about the fact that Jen wants everybody to believe that she didn't do anything when we know that she did. Okay? Lisa shows up to the auditions, child. I can't remember the song that she sang, but oh my God, I'm here because I want to be here for Heather and, her doing things outside of the Mormon church that like fulfill her. So like, I'm here to help. Okay. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine everywhere I go. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. That's right? Okay, that's how it goes. All right, thank you. Because I don't think anybody else in here could sing as good as me. Like, bitch, I don't know a way in the manger. Okay, not that version she's saying. I need Whitney to sing it for me to remember the words. I can't. I tried to sing white. It was really hard. It was really hard, y'all. I'm sorry. I only know a way in the manger when Whitney sings it. I know not of this version she sings. I'm sorry. I'm going to sing Little Light of Mine because that's the words I know. Okay? Okay. When a manger, no crib or a bed. Little baby Jesus. See, I can't. I'm trying not to hear Whitney in my head. Oh my God. Oh my God. Get Whitney out of my head. Woo. All right. So Jen is outside complaining about Heather and how Heather didn't come to her aid. You know what I'm saying? Because Heather wasn't touched by, first of all, Heather is touched, but not enough by Lisa's audition. She's good enough for the choir, a Caucasian one. Angie is outside drunk. Jen is outside complaining about Heather and calling her materialistic. She's only friends with Angie so her fat ass elf husband can feed her out of that yacht. Jen, save it for someone who cares, like your family members. Oh, wait, they don't either. Okay. She was just getting into a screaming match with them on the street on social media. I just saw it today. Anyway, Lisa is angry because no one is apologizing to her because Jen was crying to Angie and Angie apologized to her. But you could tell Angie really don't give a fuck. Angie's apologizing to Jen because Jen didn't really do anything to her like that. Okay. But Lisa fucked over her. So I'm not apologizing to you for shit because everything I did to you, you deserved it. Okay. Anything I needed, I did that shit on purpose. Okay. You see a star up in this bitch. You know, I bought 100 black cars in this bitch. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't stop listening to Meg Thee Stallion and Glorilla right now. Anyway, so I love tomorrow. Okay. Anyway, life's great, but still good. Okay. Wish that bitch would. Anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. Have y'all been listening to Glorilla's album? I like Glorilla's album, y'all. Just like a little, a break in the theme, right quick. Like that first song, I was like, bitch, why are you talking to me? Why are you speaking to my spirit right now, Glorilla? Like, oh my God. Really, really good album. I like it. I've been listening to. I was in my car listening to that. I was shocked. Word. I was like, it's really. I was like, oh my God, I like this shit. Like, hold up, go back to the beginning. Hey, Jaleesa in Amsterdam. I need to make my way there. Okay. Anyway, so like I said, Lisa is angry because no one apologized to her. She gets up and they ask where she's going, and she says Angie is a fucking liar. They ask about what she posted on Twitter. Sorry, y'all, still sinuses. Okay. Lisa says she had to clear her name. Heather feels like she's missing the bigger picture. Girl, whatever. Meredith talks to Seth about everything in the bath. I was like, I love that she's so unbothered this season. She feels bad for Heather being between Angie and Lisa. Heather and her business partner are overseeing her new location for the med spa. It looks like it's going to be huge. And she talks about how hard it is getting the ladies together because nothing she says is landing the way it once did. Lisa and John go to dinner and order their tequila like two basic bitches. Her sister is going through a divorce and it's making Lisa sad. And John wishes that she was able to compartmentalize her family's issues and not bring them into their household. Obviously she's been crying a lot and it feels as if whatever the sister's going through, she's going through it as well. And John wishes that she would stop. Like, bitch, your husband has not left. Please stop. She talks about her relationship with God and how she needs to reconnect. I'm like, girl, whatever you and the devil need to do, go ahead and do it. Coach Shaw talks to Jen about Chris, Angie's husband, making the page, and he starts going on this tirade. He's so upset that they did this. He wants a public apology, just like they kept that page up. I want them to make an apology and keep it up as long as that page was up. Okay? He doesn't think that Jen is equipped to deal with the hate that she gets, and I feel like, yes, she is. Yes, she is. She's equipped. She just likes to be a victim. And I feel like the more she likes to be a victim in her circumstances, the more shit is going to happen to her. So whenever she stands up, takes accountability, dusts herself off, and push forward, then, you know, we'll get a better version of Jen. But until then, she's going to crawl into a ball because she wants you to come and save her. And you know you're exhausted, which is why you work so much. And the only reason you're not out in the world right now is because of this court case. And you know that she probably will pop her top if you weren't there for her right now. Where else you gonna be? Because before your ass wasn't home, Coach Shaw. But we're gonna leave you alone. Anyway, Jen says that Heather sent her flowers, but why couldn't she stand up for what is right and wrong in the moment? And it's like, because you wrong, bitch. Because you did that shit though, bitch. Because you did that shit though. Because you did that shit though. And Heather knows you did that shit. So that's why Heather is not trying to hear this shit from you. She sent you the flowers because she care about your feelings, but at the end of the day, she know you did that shit. So trying to project that on Angie and make it about Angie when we know Angie shit was really about Lisa, girl, stop. Girl, stop. Don't nobody care. Okay? Coach takes the long way of saying that she needs some new friends. Child, listen. Accepting applications. Okay. Whitney takes her kids over to Lisa's and they play basketball. Lisa really cares. Okay. Her words can sometimes get in the way. And Whitney now understands how much Lisa cares. Girl, go to hell. You and Lisa are basement. Okay. Basement, bottom level bitches. Be there. That's where y'all at. They talk about her religion and then she's a victim with Heather. She has zero accountability. The way Whitney and Lisa have kind of joined up against Heather in some capacity is very like messed up to me. Because Whitney, you were just as messy. And it's annoying to me that you act like you aren't. And Lisa, you started this shit with Angie. You started it because you was mad she was friends with Whitney. And now y'all sitting up here joined at the hip, trying to find issue with everybody else. So Whitney feels like Heather cut her off because she didn't agree with her. Whitney is having a hard time navigating her relationship with Heather. She probably did cut you off. That's how she handles her issues. If she can't get to common ground with you, she's going to cut you off. That's what she did. Whitney is having a hard time navigating that though. But it's like you honestly made it more combative than it had to be with the way you wanted to take Lisa's side. Like you did this, Whitney. Like you were trying to force confrontations and shit. You had that people have pushed away from you. Heather says, I'm glad I had an event where you can be the hero and I'm an asshole. Heather is in her bag and don't care. She's feeling away. She's in her feelings, and that's where she's gonna stay. Heather feels like she's representing Lisa, because in some way she is. Because she wants them to take Lisa's feelings into account. Heather feels like Whitney is pouring it on because she didn't know what was going on with her. Heather says it was a lie that Lisa texted her 2 days after her dad died. Child, listen. They confusing me, but I feel like I understand what the fuck is going on here. Okay, and I'm gonna just cut it right here because that's the end. We're about to get into Real Housewives of Potomac. But I feel like I know what's going on. And what's going on is Heather and Whitney. Whitney, you wanted Heather to be there for you in a way that she was not able to be there for you. Got it. Cool. That's one thing. You, in response to that, decided to drudge up shit, bringing up stuff that Angie told y'all, trying to make her an adversary when she wasn't in the mood to do any of that. You put yourself as an adversary to her, okay? And Heather probably felt on some level like you were choosing Lisa over her, which you kind of did. And that made her feel like, okay, well, fuck you too then. So now you're cut off too. Okay? Yeah, Whitney is fake healing and using the things that she's figured out about herself to like hurt the people around her and then expect them to allow it because she's healing. Yeah, girl, go to hell. Your healing should not hurt everybody else like this. Like, I'm no. And Heather is the same thing with her. Heather cutting everybody off because she, gets in her feelings about things because of the way she's been, constantly abandoned and threatened to be abandoned in her life. So I get it. I get where Heather's coming from, honestly. But I also feel like, all of y'all are like being childish. Y'all either need to have a conversation to get over it or just don't hang together. And we know y'all trying to get this check. So of course conversations will be had, okay? Because if nothing else will force a friendship to take place, it's a check, okay? Yeah, your healing shouldn't hurt the people around you. Like it shouldn't. Like I don't know where y'all get that from. Like your healing really is supposed to hurt you because it's your shit. But it's not supposed to hurt everybody else around you. I don't know what's going on there, Whitney, but you need to pull it together, okay? Pull your pussy up, bitch. You're doing too much. All right, y'all. Make sure y'all like the video before we move on. Whitney wanted Heather to call her on some mess reported on blog. Oh yeah, you didn't call me when Justin was fired, girl. What? Oh, y'all know what I learned. I'm gonna tell y'all what I learned this weekend. Child, I learned you should not have expectations of anybody. Don't have expectations of people at all, girl, because they're gonna disappoint you every time. I feel like I already knew that, and like people make you feel comfortable, like you can like expect something of them, and then they be like, "Oh no, gotcha, bitch." Okay, I tricked you. You gotta be quicker than that. So what I have learned this weekend is you really have to like meet people where they are, or don't meet them at all. Okay? Because ultimately, having expectations of people will get your feelings hurt, girl. Okay? It's a realization I had to come to this weekend, girl. A lot going on. A lot going on. But yes, let's go ahead and get into Real Housewives of Potomac. So, Candace is having a conversation with the ladies at the table in which she feels as if Ashley has now vindictively tried to make it seem as if Chris is just going around throwing his penis to anybody that'll have it in their friend group. So now she feels attacked. Candace says, your husband likes to go and leave you so he can go to a man's house, and she named the man, we didn't hear his name, a high-end escort, so he can put his mouth around this man's penis. Everyone leaves upon this information. And apparently Candace says she's been sitting on it for a while and she wasn't going to tell Football Head about it. But you know what? The smirk on her face just sent her. And it sent her to a place where she was going to keep it a buck. Keep it a buck. Tell you the truth. And the truth is, Your husband has been out there sucking, okay? You been sucking. Shout out to Sis Santana, bitch. You been sucking, okay? Shout out to Sis Santana, okay? But anyway, Ashley tells Wendy she told Candace in front of Giselle because when they were talking before, Candace was saying that Giselle was just being messy. So she wanted her to see Chris maybe too friendly in front of the other girls. And I was just like, so you got back at Candace because of some shit that she said about Giselle? So this is when I want y'all to understand what colorism is, Ashley. Ashley got online and say she wasn't a colorist. She's done this before, but I'm like, Ashley, you barely can see the like underlying racism just in your relationship. Like you could barely see like the remove myself from blackness, the this is beneath my husband shit, the I'm now more bronze now that we're not together shit. Like you can't even see the racism that infects your marriage. So you can't see how colorism is affecting Wendy and Candace, okay? Because you don't have the perspective. Your perspective is one of an opportunist. No, Ashley may not innately in this situation be a colorist, but what I have been saying this entire time, and what this seems to be, falling on deaf ears for everybody with this colorist conversation. It is about the grace that you give. It is about the chances that you give. It is about the bond that you form with people. So let me break it down for you. Ashley has known Candace longer than Giselle. They came up in a pageant world together. Candace has genuinely wanted better for Ashley. Ashley's energy is only loyal to Giselle because she sees Giselle as the opportunity on this show. She understands that Giselle is queen bee of this show. So I need to say, like I said, Giselle is colorist. Robin is colorist. Ashley is a follower and an opportunist. The way you guys are responding to Candace and Wendy, shows that you give them lack of grace. You don't want to have conversations with them so y'all can fight and make up, so y'all can both make y'all check. You want to try to use them on the show so that you don't have to talk about your own shit. But then y'all protect each other. Ashley is going along with what Giselle wants her to do. Also because it benefits her. Because like I have told y'all over and over again, she's jealous of Candace. She's always been jealous of Candace. She's only cool with Candace when it's beneficial to her. Her relationship with Monique. Y'all see how that relationship only happened when it was beneficial to her. Regardless to whatever Monique thinks is going on over there, your relationship with Ashley is one of opportunity, one that is best for her in the moment. Even if that means having a relationship with somebody, just because they're a mom like you, they have young kids like you can go to them, they'll understand you as a part of being in this entertainment industry. She now has value to you in some way that she's an opportunity. So that's why you're going to be cool with her. Ashley, you're just an opportunist. But the way you're responding, the shit that you're co-signing, the things that you're okay with, like you happily running around Mia's, little house that she rented for everybody with excitement at the idea that you could make Candace and Wendy sleep in the same fucking bed on this trip. How do y'all not see that? Mia, neither Candace or Wendy have really done anything to you. Giselle told you were faking cancer. in front of everybody, called you a liar. She told you that, you know, she was sorry. And now all of a sudden, she deserves to be treated better than Candace and Wendy that have not done anything to that degree to you. They might have read you down, but you asked for it. Mia, you're colorist too. Fucking and having babies with dark complected men don't make you not colorist, bitch. They don't. They don't. It's the way that y'all treat people when y'all are upset that shows us the difference in how you treat them and why those differences are. And y'all also don't seem to grasp the understanding that racism and colorism and all of these things that we experience are embedded, meaning you are not always conscious of them, meaning you're not always making that decision merely because of their skin tone in the moment. Oh no, you've attached a whole bunch of personality characteristics to their skin tone. So no, you're not going to say it's their skin tone, but you're going to have feelings about them that if you draw it back, it comes somewhere to the skin tone. For me personally, I feel like with Giselle and them, you shouldn't be able to have better than me. You shouldn't be able to have a better life than me. You shouldn't be able to have anything that I want that I don't have because I look like this and you look like that. Think about it. They want to make Wendy and Candace feel bad for two things that their color could not get them. Neither one of Giselle or Robin's families could get them the upbringing that Candace got. They had money, they had influence and all of that. But there is something about the way Candace handles herself, the way Candace is intelligent, smart, resourceful, talented, all of those things, and coming from money and coming from a two-parent household, being secure in who she is, regardless of having light eyes and light skin. You're absolutely like, you feel inferior to her and you feel like I shouldn't feel like that. So I got to find a way to hurt her. With Wendy went to school and got all of those degrees. Yeah, y'all might have went to school, but y'all wasn't in school for school. Y'all wasn't in school to attain intelligence and degrees and become, you know, a professor, something that is very well respected. Y'all weren't, you know what I'm saying? And Candace is also still in school. The education shit, like the wanting of better, the wanting to present yourself, be better, be good in all of these different facets. Robin and Giselle have only had to be good at being light-skinned and pretty. When they are around people that are pretty, that Wendy's education made you feel away. When Wendy went and got surgery so she could spark that look up, it made you feel away. Everything that they did to make themselves feel better or be better was an assault to Giselle, because Giselle feels like she doesn't have to do any of that. But it also makes her feel away that she hasn't done it, that she doesn't want to do it. Everybody thinks that Giselle just doesn't care at all. And it's like, no. She's just extremely miserable. And so she's built her walls up. Who knows what the fuck Giselle's childhood was like, being the light-eyed, you know, light-skinned girl. Her being scared of being in a room with a man, I feel like that shit come from a real place. Because if y'all know the stories about the light-complected, light-eyed girls, you know that, you know, people felt they could touch them more. People touched them more. Sometimes in their family situations and shit like that, they were pulled on sexually more in ways that they did not want to be. So it comes from a feeling of feeling worthless, even if you are beautiful, even if that's the one thing you have that makes you feel that you're better than everybody, is your light eyes and your light skin. And when you see people that light eyes and that they don't have the light eyes and the light skin, but they on the same platform as you, they got more than you, then you feel worthless. That's really what this is about. That's why she goes after the husbands too. Things that she doesn't have. Anything that makes Giselle feel worthless, meaning that because she's light, it didn't get, you know, it didn't help her get it. Because of that, she's going to always go at people from that insecure place and then make it seem like she's unbothered, because the truth of the matter is she really just wants to bother you, because when you were just being your wonderful self, you were bothering her. Jealous-hearted. Simple. That's what they have in common. That's what they have in common. There's a jealous-hearted thing there. I think that Robin is jealous of Wendy's relationship with Eddie. Y'all had the same family dynamic as far as having, the boys and being in the sports. Remember, they was cool when they first came on the show. When Wendy first came on the show, her and Robin were cool until you decided you wanted to back Giselle against Wendy because that's your friend, right? That's what you're going to choose every time. You made your decision. You made Wendy an adversary, and Wendy used her education against you. And it made you feel small. It made you feel like white trash. You can tell because that's the way you were handling yourself in the moment. No disrespect to anybody. But when Robin and Wendy got into it, I feel like Robin responded like white trash. Plain and simple. And I think the fact that Wendy could make her feel that way, and then they talk about Wendy is she demeans them or she makes them feel bad about themselves. She's condescending. I'm like, no, she's just being who she is. And because y'all are lacking in that space, because y'all feel insecure about your own intelligence, it's how you act. It's crazy. But I have to hurry up and go, y'all. So look what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a two-parter. I'm gonna do a two-parter because I really have to go. But this is a good conversation, and I'm gonna come back. I have a doctor's appointment to go to. So when I come back from my doctor's appointment, we're gonna pick this conversation up where we left off. Okay. And then maybe I'll edit it together later on so that it'll be, congruent for everybody. But because we haven't talked about half the episode because I had to give y'all the personality, breakdown. I had to because, everybody thinks that Giselle is, oblivious to emotion. And it's like, no, that's not what it is at all. It's not what it is at all. And you could tell because people that don't have emotions also don't need, like people who don't really like, if you're unbothered, if you're really, really unbothered, then you don't have to start these fires everywhere. And you're starting fires everywhere because you need to see the destruction somewhere because it's going on inside of you. So you need to see it somewhere. That's why reality TV is the perfect space for her. You know what I'm saying? Because you get to be this little, badass kid going around starting these explosions that you're going to be able to be forgiven for because it's just reality TV. But it's just really an extension of how fucked up you are as a person. But anyway, y'all like this one. And when I come back, we'll continue the conversation. Okay. All right. Bye.